You know, if you're in real estate, it probably feels like you're living in this weird split-screen world right now, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this absolute explosion of AI-generated content that's just getting harder and harder to ignore. But on the other side, there's this really powerful, super disciplined AI revolution happening behind the scenes, and it's changing the very tools you use every day. So let's dive in and try to make sense of this whole new reality.
Okay, first things first. We've got to talk about what's just flooding our social media feeds. It seems like we're officially in what people are calling the AI slop era. And yeah, it's messy, it's kind of chaotic, and it is absolutely everywhere.
So what in the world is AI slop? Well, think of it like this giant tidal wave of synthetic stuff. Videos, ads, social media posts that are super cheap and incredibly easy to just churn out. You've probably seen it, right? Those property tour videos that look just a little bit off, or those really generic just listed ads with captions that sound like a robot wrote them. Yep, that's the slop we're talking about.
And this, right here, this is the core of the issue. All this slop is creating what we're calling a split-screen environment. So on one side, you have this massive sea of AI content that, let's be honest, all starts to look and sound the same. But here's the fascinating part. The flip side is that it makes anything that feels genuinely human, anything intentional and authentic, stand out so much more. It's becoming way more valuable.
All right, but here's where it gets kind of weird, and honestly, a little confusing. We're looking at a real paradox when it comes to how all this stuff actually performs.
I mean, on one hand, it totally makes sense that we're all a bit skeptical, right? Surveys just confirm what we all kind of feel in our gut. Almost nobody prefers to look at AI-generated pictures over the real deal. We crave that authenticity.
But then, you see data like this, and it just completely flips everything upside down. A study from System 1 and Jellyfish found that video ads made with AI can actually score way higher in performance tests than your average ad. I mean, in some cases, the AI stuff was so good that people couldn't even tell it was made with AI. That's the paradox right there.
So what's the takeaway here? It's that the question isn't really about whether AI is good or bad. It's just a tool, right? The real difference maker is, how is it being used? And maybe more importantly, who's the person behind it calling the shots? That's what separates something truly creative from just another piece of generic slop.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain a little bit, because what we're all seeing on the surface, it's a totally different story from what's happening behind the scenes in professional AI development.
So, what is really going on? Seriously, how can the AI we see every day be so messy and chaotic, while at the same time, the underlying tech is getting so much smarter?
This slide just lays it out perfectly. It's like there are two different AIs living in two different worlds. You've got the surface. That's all the public-facing slop. It's noisy, it's chaotic, it's that synthetic sameness. And then you've got the foundation. This is the professional stuff, and it's disciplined, it's rigorous, and it's getting more and more accurate every single day.
And this is what you really need to hear. This is the crucial part for professionals like you. While your social feeds might be getting messier, the foundational AI tools you actually depend on for your business, your CRM, your analytics platforms, your market analysis software, they are all part of that disciplined world. They are getting better, they're getting more accurate, and a whole lot more capable.
Okay, so how do we actually navigate this new reality? The good news is, the big platforms are already starting to adapt. But the data is also showing us a really important truth about where you should be putting your energy.
The big platforms are already on it. Look at TikTok, for example. They're rolling out this 3-step plan, giving users more control over their feeds, using techie stuff like invisible watermarking, and even putting up money to help educate people. The big takeaway here is that platforms are giving us the tools to tell what's real from what's fake, which is only going to make your authentic content shine even brighter.
Okay, now you got to see this. This piece of data is wow. Leaked numbers from OpenAI showed this massive disconnect between getting seen and getting clicks. One publisher got over 610,000 impressions inside ChatGPT. Sounds amazing, right? Well, that led to just over 4,000 clicks. That's a click-through rate of less than 1%. It's nothing. Just being seen does not equal people actually taking action.
The message here could not be clearer. Chasing visibility inside an AI chatbot is just not a reliable way to get traffic to your website. You are so much better off focusing on the channels you actually own and control. Your email newsletter, your direct engagement on social media, your local SEO. Those are the places where clients are actually choosing to connect with you. And all of this brings us right back to your most important strategy, your biggest asset in this new world. And that's you. It's just being human.
So listen, here's the bottom line. You don't have to get into some crazy content war with AI. You're not going to win by trying to just produce more slop. The real winning move here is to be the signal in all that noise, to be the part of the digital world that still feels real and trustworthy and authentic. And this right here, this is your playbook. This is what you focus on. Think about it. AI can't fake deep, hyperlocal knowledge about a specific neighborhood. It can't replicate the feeling of real photos from a community event or a local park. It absolutely can't offer your genuine market insights that you've built over years of experience. And it for sure doesn't have your unique voice and your perspective. This is your human advantage.
So, as we wrap all this up, I want to leave you with this one big question. In a world that's getting more and more synthetic every single day, how are you going to prove you're the real deal?